I'm on both of them. Woo! Hey, nobody in there.
That's high noon here in Orlando. Yep. No, nobody here. Everybody missed it. Oh, man. Okay. I'll wait a little bit, let everybody jump on, turn on my tablet. Hey, Praxis, how you doing? Give everybody a few minutes, couple minutes to come in. Everybody's watching Big D. Uh, that's all right. I don't think I really need my tablet on because I can see it here good. Oh, Tommy Temper's on. Let me keep it on Tommy Temper, see if it brings us on. How you doing, Lynn? Lynn Praxis. I hope I'm saying it right. Praxis. How y'all today? I showed a little bit of news here. I have my monitor up above, so I have to look up. Cooperate with me. This is a little bit of news here from Florida. This was this week. Get back over here and start it. Might be a little bit slow. It looks like I got a slow connection today for some reason.
Holy cow!
Alert warning. Hail here in Florida. Yeah, a little late now.
Really? Holy Jesus.
Holy cow!
And I put 32 gigs of memory in this thing and still can't get it going. Yes. Here's a second video. It is really slow, so sorry about that. Looks like it should be up north. Not here. I was here in Florida this week. I'm not sure want to cooperate with me. Oh, I messed up. I got some things. Yeah, hi there, Tommy. Glad to have you here. Trying to read what my I got a message from What's going on here? Okay, sorry, folks. A little bit of delay there. And we all talk about a small world. I don't know whether any of you know this fine lady, but this is newsworthy. We got Laverne ziplining. Excuse me. Lala and her son ziplining here in Florida. That's her son. And the place she goes is where I go. And guess what? Small world. My granddaughter, you all know Sammy, her older sister she lives with now, Sophia, was her guide. And neither one knew it till later. But you can see, there she goes. Across the wire. Across the wire. That is so much fun. If you haven't done it, you got to try it. Life is fullest. Life is fullest. Just let it all hang out. Well, I did have a video. Oh, there they are with their certificates. Good pose. That's Lala, part of our Florida group. Most of you know her. Have seen her in DC and other places. Very good, very good, very good. And that's what it looks like across the canyon. They have gem mining and everything else there. It's a lot of fun. If you go there, tell my granddaughter Sophia hello. Tell her you know me. If you're here in Florida, she'd love to see you. Everybody go in there, put in a good review, a good tip. Now I might have to find my other page I had up here. I lost it. Looks like I was looking up at the sky. I might have to fix this. I might have to fix it. But you tell Lala you saw it. It's terrible. Terrible enough like this. What I wanted to talk about today. This stupid Microsoft thing keeps popping up here. It makes my computer run even slower. Excuse the silence. Hey Casey, how you doing? I think I told Carol hi, but hi again. Okay, well, I want to talk about the isms. This is pretty interesting and scary.
Before signing up, you boys ought to try a little taste of Dr. Ism's formula to see what you get in exchange for your freedom. Go ahead, try it.
You can't do this to me! I'll strike!
The state forbids strikes.
Wait till the union hears about this!
Ah, yes, the Union. Welcome to our ranks, number 1313.
I'll take this case to the Supreme Court.
The state is the Supreme Court. Our decision is as follows. Property, no more you.
Well, the farm folk will put a stop to this.
Farmers don't vote anymore.
What'll I do for seed next year?
Here, the state will do your planning from now on.
We must fight to regain our freedom, or everything is lost. Everything.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
When anybody preaches disunity, tries to pit one of us against the other through class warfare, race hatred, or religious intolerance, you know that person seeks to rob us of our freedom and destroy our very lives. Know what to do about it.
And now, gentlemen, no violence, please. And don't throw those bottles. Don't throw those bottles. No!
So, what do you think? Get that off of there. That's kind of a sight of things to come, or things that are here. It's already here. Already here, unfortunately. Every word we have with ism, you should look out for. You have Nazi. Nazism was Nazi. You have social, and they put an ism on it. Social is a good word. It means get along with each other, help each other, plan with each other, talk with each other. Everything in harmony. But you put an ism on it, and what happens? It goes away. It becomes socialism. The elite take over and push the poor aside. And if we're lucky, we'll get toaster leavings. That's what the ism does to it. And you have communes. There have been a few communes, but usually the communes fade away because people get greedy. They don't like sharing what they have. They want to get more than the next person. They want to do things that other people don't want to do. So they add an ism to it. It becomes communism. The government takes over. The government runs things, tells you what to do. When it becomes an ism, so on and so forth. All the isms, they start adding up and erode our freedoms because we don't stand united, just like the cartoon. Very good cartoon. 60 years old. Let's see, I was 13 when that came out. It was 60 years old. 13 years old. 60 years ago, that cartoon came out. It was abundant then. But guess what? It's worse now because we have more isms. They add them on and on and on and on and on. They take a good thing, make it bad. We have to decide that we don't want it. We won't do it. We won't become an ism. It's kind of hard to say freedomism. Kind of hard to say unitedism. Let's keep those two words, united and freedom, and keep them ism free. Ism free. And yeah, they can try to stop us, and they will try to stop us, but we got to keep going with no fear at all. I'm telling you, folks, we're in a dire time. And like I said, there's been a lot in 60 years that's added up and changed since then. But we have to take it to the streets and shout it out and let people know that we're not going to take it anymore. Otherwise, the farmers are going to be threatened more than they are now. Don't plant your crops, kill your cattle, put your pigs, do away with them. We don't need them. Make the food supply go down. It puts us more beholden to the government because they'll say we got you covered. Well, no, they don't have us covered. They don't have us covered at all. They don't have us covered at all. So where do we go from here? Like I say, we have to unite and come together and make sure that this doesn't come to us or our children, let alone our grandchildren and great grandchildren. Because this is exactly what they're trying to do, big time, in a hurry. In a hurry. I don't think I'm going to keep the stream up too long today. Big D was on with the protest in D.C. for the truckers against not getting paid time for when they're sitting or having to wait and all, but the minimum man gets paid for it, plus the fuel surcharges, they're now passing along to the independent drivers. So, very important protest. Company drivers don't care. They don't care at all because they earn a paycheck either way. The independent drivers, they have to deal with all this stuff, all this extra added burden that goes on. So they're there in front of the DOT and along the streets of DC, walking, marching, and protesting these new laws that the suits in the DOT that probably never drove a truck in their life are trying to pass on the truck drivers. So if you have a couple of devices, turn him on at the same time. Listen to what's going on there. And a shout out to Tommy Temper. He told everybody I was on. It's a good channel there. He helps all the live streamers selflessly. He helps them out, gives them a platform to put their links on. And very nice gentleman. Very nice. Very nice. You can't beat it. If you have a link out there, you're more than welcome to put your link on my page. More than welcome to put it out there, advertise your channel. I'm here for everybody. I want freedom for all. Even the ones that are protesting against us, they have the right to do what they're doing as long as they're peaceful. Don't push your stuff on my kids, and don't push it on me. Say freedom for all. I'll say that every day. Freedom for all. I'm missing the chat. I haven't been looking, so a lot of people out there fighting against each other because they say something that they disapprove of. Well, folks, they have a right to disapprove or approve, you know, whether it's right or wrong. We can't keep fighting each other because somebody says something. We got to keep going and going and going and fight for their freedom as well as ours. Their freedom to say it, There's a lot of things in the laws that they took our freedoms away. We can't say things or we'll be charged with hate crimes. And a lot of it's in jest, it's not in hate. I mean, hate, when you say something or do something illegally, that should be a hate crime. But just to say a word or a phrase or things like that, they've gone too far. They have just gone too far. You can't put pictures up of certain things because it might offend one person or the other. You can't say words because it might offend one person or another. But you know, that's part of freedom. Part of freedom. We shouldn't be so fragile. We shouldn't be so thin-skinned. We shouldn't be that way. But everybody has the opportunity to become great or not. I know a lot of us try and a lot of us fail. A lot try and they gain. It's not how you do it. It's up to you. And a lot of time, the best laid plans fail. But that doesn't mean you failed. Hold your head up high and go on. And go on and try to do it again. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Nobody ever going to keep me down. And that's the way it is, Chumbawamba. We got to get up, brush ourselves up, off, pick up our feet, and go for it again. Go for it again. And that's why we're doing this. We all have that opportunity. We all have that opportunity to get along with everybody. There's nobody equal, like I always say, there's nobody equal. You cannot be equal. Hey, Chaplain, how you doing today? Hey, you guys want to come in and join me, let me know, or just pop in. Just pop in, otherwise I'll probably cut it short. Like I said, other things going on, and I don't want to step on them. Don't want to step on them. Oh, I was talking about Lala earlier. Everybody pray. Her husband is in surgery today. I haven't heard, but he was having a arterial surgery for his heart. So keep him in his prayers while he's going through the surgery, and her while she's sitting there waiting. And keep the prayers going for her. That's hard to go through. Hard to go through. I went through it with my wife. She had her, carotid artery. They had to go in there and clean it out. Then they had to clean out around her heart. So it's a pretty big ordeal, scary ordeal to go through. I had the catheter in and went in and they cleaned out a little bit. But thank goodness I only know when I first went in there. I don't know what they did. But it's scary. It's scary. Thank goodness on mine they didn't find no blockage. They didn't have to clean much. So prayers for everybody that's going through something like that, or any other illness or sickness that they're going through. Lift them all up in prayer. We got to stand by all of our friends, our loved ones, even our enemies. Pray for all of them. Like I say, we're all together. We're all united. No matter what we do. Yes, law forgiven. I'm sorry, I call her by her real name too, so you'll have to excuse me. Yeah, law forgiven, I'm sorry. Fantastic woman, let me tell you. Fantastic. Her, Charlene, Aruba, Red Cactus, Italian Princess, Carol Burton, and the guys, we got Casey and Jay Jones, and I could name them all. I mean, but, it'd take forever. Take forever. Fantastic group of people, fantastic friends. We have practice in here, chaplain, everybody, always one voice, getting out there, letting people know. And the chaplain's more on the faith side. I split mine in the middle, faith and politics, and try to do both. I love each and every one of you guys out there. I look forward to these talks and these chats on the chat. We got a lot to do, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think every one of you missed my train when I first started the broadcast. I was hoping I'd wake people up, but there wasn't anybody on, so you'll have to go back and play the beginning. Or maybe I can do it again. Let me see. Yeah, I can do it again, that's for sure.
Ah, love it. I'm here too. I'm on both of them. Woo! Hey, nobody in there.
And the thing is, you could hear the echo through the town when it blew the horn. It was a lot louder than it is on here. Now I put the comments back on the computer. Hey, Mustang Sally, how you doing? Yeah, we're all on the same team, each and every one of us. We have our leaders out there going every day during their flagways, picking up new people, bringing on new people on board. Hopefully we get a lot of people together and start that wave, get that wave going like a tsunami. Knock out this corruption in Washington, D.C. And believe you me, there's more corruption than we can shake a stick on. I mean, it's pathetic what they're trying to do to us and the laws that they're trying to do to us. It's just like I was saying before, big things there in D.C. at the DOT, the Department of Transportation, for the truckers, and all those stuff sure probably never drove a truck in their life or know what it's about. Never had to sit for hours waiting for a load. Never had to sit for a turnaround. You name it. And they don't get paid for it. Considered the day off or whatever. If they had to sit a day or so, they're wasting time, not making any money. These brokers, they don't care. They don't care. They get their money, but they don't pass it on. And the fuel surcharge, whenever gas goes up over a certain amount, is kicked into the bill, and they're not passing it on. But they need to make it lawful that these brokers do have to pass it along. Why are they getting the money when these independent drivers aren't? And the company drivers, they don't have to pay any expenses out, but the company is getting the surcharge. So they bill directly. They don't have to go to the brokers, etc. Really unfair what they're trying to do to our truckers to bring our goods everywhere And I don't blame them for being out there. There should be a lot more than there is out there. You have a pretty good group, but there should be tons of drivers that are not working there today. It could be that they didn't put it out enough or something, but still, something like that is very important. And that's what we got. That's what we need, people on the street, boots on the ground, finding out these things, spreading the word, letting them know what's going on. Letting us know these events, get people out there in hundreds, not just tens, but hundreds and thousands or more. This should burn at every one of our crawls. We should all be hotter than wet hens, as so to speak, what they say. Yeah, we won't mention people's names in the chat. That's other people's business, is their business. And try to keep the personal stuff out for everybody's respect and sake. You can say what you want about what's going on, but please, please, please do not call people out. Do not say negative or whatever. Let's keep it peaceful. Keep it to the subject. As always, we're here united to get along. We all have our channels and stuff, and everybody does their best to do what they do. So love them and appreciate them. Love them and appreciate them. There's a lot of things that goes on that I don't particularly like, but guess what? They have the right to do it. They can stand on their head and do jumping jacks. That's their prerogative. That is their prerogative to do what they want. And who am I to say that they can't do it or shouldn't do it? That's why we're in the predicament we're in, because everybody wants to run everybody else's lives. And we can't do that. We have to run our own lives. And some of us really mess up running our own lives. So when you start talking about people, it's like the Lord said, he without sin cast the first stone. Think about it. You're casting that first stone when you talk about somebody else. And also could go against the Ten Commandments with bearing false witness if it's not true. If you carry on a rumor, you're bearing false witness. That's what that means. Talking about somebody, telling something that's true or a rumor. We all got to think about things when we do stuff. Think about the consequences. And we all got to strive for that one goal. Make it free for everybody. Pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness. That's what we have to do. And if we don't do it, we're going wrong. I mean, plain and simple. Plain and simple. You're right, Carol. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt bad just because of something stupid. And there's no call for it. There is no call for it. We should mind our own business and strive for what we want to strive for and let everybody do what they want to do. If it makes them happy, that's good. If it makes them sad, that's their freedom. It's their freedom to do what they want to do. So why get in a big fight, get in a big uproar, and somebody, like somebody is going to get hurt. Somebody is going to get hurt. Okay, what's a good joke? Yeah, Chaplain, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to the devil is trying to shut down the churches. And they're doing a pretty good job doing it. And that's why we have to be 2 or 3 gathered together, because it could come down to Roman times. Well, we can't worship in a group. That we had to do it secretly, or had to sneak around like they did in Russia, like they do in China. It may come to that day. Let's pray it doesn't. But by the looks of it, by the looks of what happened in the last 3 years, it's going to happen. I'm trying to watch for the joke here, but you too, Random. I guess I missed it. So. Yeah, let's try to let's try to people out of this, and we'll pray for your situation. Practice. Pray for your situation, and we can help by giving advice. But a lot of us go through the same thing daily. The J6ers, they go through it daily with people instigating on their vigil. It's sad. It's sad, but that's the devil, and that's their way of life. And if we let them get to us, it'll tear us apart. So we have to keep going and do our best to show that we care. Okay, you're crossing line, Praxis. Let's stop talking about people. Stop talking about people and talk about what the subject is, our freedoms, and try to get along and correct your problems with them personally, not the group. You should be talking to these individuals one-on-one yourself, not all of us, because really it's not none of our business or our concern. We have to go to the individual and correct the problems ourselves, not take it to the public. And that's the big problem. That's the whole problem with what's going on. Everybody's trying to make it a group ordeal, and it's not. 9 times out of 10, it is a personal matter. It should be handled personally. And we can't keep going at each other's throats and expect a group to help us out. I hope I said that plain enough. We have to handle our business alone. Now, for the movement, the group should be concerned, but not individual stuff in a group. That's right, Chaplain. Just take it up with Pam or whoever. It's not our business. Not our business. I enjoy having you in here, Praxis. I hope you go by the rules and give us respect as we give you respect. But please, handle your problems, personal problems, on your own. Because all of us look at these things, we know what's going on, we see it. We should condemn it personally to ourselves, not to the public. If it's that big a problem, then we need personally to go to that. But some of the stuff we just need to flat ignore. Ignore. And maybe it'll go away. And pray the good Lord that He'll help them stop it. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Getting into a fight or physical stuff is out of the question in anything. All that does is get you in deeper trouble, and others that you might drag in with you. There's stuff going on like that all over the place. All over the place. You need to keep your nose clean. And opinions about others to yourself. Because I'm telling you, it's the way of life. A lot of people just don't get along, and they'll never get along. But the more we dwell on it and think about it, the more they'll do it. The more they'll do it. You're not going to stop a bully by fighting back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, something must happen. Because, yeah, my connection went and my light. We'll have no fighting, dragging people in on it, on this. I don't want you going to jail, or, but if it's that desperate, you need to find a solution on your own and not bring other people into the conflict. I'm very serious. I don't want to time anybody out, but I will. You're sitting in here talking garbage to the chat, which I asked you not to. I asked you not to nicely. Please don't make me make an example of you. Okay. Okay, Time Princess. Some people just don't learn. Some people don't grasp what's going on and why we ask to be civil and not talk about other people. Tried to explain it. Tried to explain how I am. But sometimes you just can't win and have to take the alternative motive. And thank you very much, Italian Princess. I was almost there. I was just about there. How you doing, Zero? Good to have you here. Well, we're talking about isms and got slightly interrupted by other things. Trying to tell everybody that their own personal fights are their own personal fights, not to bring it to the public forum. If you have a problem with somebody, go to that person individually. Leave others out of it, because there's too much conflict going on, because people want to make it everybody else's business. And it's not every other person's business. And that's why we're here talking about it, because we are out for one goal. That's to be united get our freedoms back, change this government, but not fight their personal fights. What goes on between individuals is their own thing. And if they have to go to jail for it, that's their fault. Now, if it's something for the movement, it'd be a different story. But when you don't drag us into your mire, don't drag us into it. Hey, Aruba, good to see you. Hope you're not working too hard. We're all trying to make a better world for all of us. But by infighting, it's not making a better world. It's just making it worse and making the matters worse, compounding it. Because look at these idiots; they can't even get along with each other. How can they start a movement? How can they be united when they can't even keep from fighting themselves? It's ridiculous. You need to get down on your knees and pray and ask forgiveness and ask for help with their problems and solve it between them and the Lord and the person that's involved with them. Can't say it any plainer. I can't say it any plainer. It breaks my heart when I see this stuff because most of them know better. And it's just not just one. It's like an entire movement on its own. The people that are doing this, they have their own cult, and that's where they should stay, with their own cult. And that's what things like that are. When they look for suffering, they're looking for their own cult. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. It's an old saying, but nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. You have to strive to do better than that misery and get out of that misery. And don't worry, be happy. And go for your rights to change the problems in this world. Your problems are important to you, and you need to get them in order. But don't expect other people to get them in order for you. That's number one. Sorry. Here. Oh, I hate when that happens. I need to let the J6ers out soon because it's starting to grow. Yeah. Every which way. Every which way. Yep. I don't know the situation, and frankly, it's his personal problem, and he needs to deal with it, or just not say anything, because we can't have this on any of our channels. It's ridiculous and it's degrading. It's degrading to the ones that are trying and trying hard. I mean, to the point of frustration to a lot of them. And a lot of them are getting to their boiling points and blowing up. People that you wouldn't think would do it. Now, that's the way the devil works. That's the way it works. Undermining everything. Using small things. But the small things become large. It's like most avalanches don't start big. The avalanches start small and build. Tsunamis the same way. Waves the same way. It starts with a ripple. And we have to keep from causing them. One of our big problems is people that don't know when to quit or don't know when to be quiet. And it's sad. Like I said, it grieves me. It grieves me big time. Plus, it makes me forget what I was going to talk about. It just, and whoever else is live streaming and comes up with it on their channel, it just takes your attention away. It blows your whole topic. Blows your whole topic. We should be out there helping each other big time. Big time. It's like yesterday with Buffalo 11. There was enough people that liked his channel if they had all sent $5 in. He would have had enough. I haven't heard if he made it or not. He would have had enough to make his goal for his legal fees. We, as a group, should help him with his legal fees. Did you? I mean, it don't matter whether you do or not, but it's a principle. When we're in need, we should help each other, and that's how we grow, by helping each other, either morally, financially, whatever. We should help each other. We're one big family. And I think we're all going for the same goal. If not, you're on the wrong page here. But I believe everybody that I see here is on the same line. We all want the same thing. We all want that same goal. We need to quit the bickering and the finger pointing and help each other, not put each other down. Not put each other down at all. It just saddens me when I hear it and see it. And believe me, I see it everywhere. I see it everywhere. Always that one. And everybody's welcome here. Keep it peaceful. If you go too far, you'll be cut. I think this was probably my first, if I remember right. I don't recall any other. And it hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. Because I love to get along with people. My main goal in life. And I want to help each other. I've been a caregiver all my life. And it's just not right for a couple spoiled apples to spoil the whole cart. And believe me, I see it on the others, how it's happening, how it's degrading them, how they're breaking down, and how the stuff flies back and forth. And it's sad. It's sad. We don't need it. It shouldn't happen whatsoever. But I am on a rant. I am on a rant. But I mean it. I am serious. If we want to get this job done, we have to look at these things and stop it. Start with ourselves. Watch what we say. Watch how we act. Because others see it. And they won't believe you. doing this stuff, people won't trust you. There's a lot of people I thought that were out there that were good. But the way they handle the situations and stuff makes it look terrible. We got to stop. We have got to stop. And I see people trying to dig their way back to the top and try to change things. Then I see people that just start to stir it up just to bring attention to themselves. See all kinds. And it's the devil just trying to stir the pot, break us down, bring us to the point where we give up. Well, I won't be dissuaded. I won't give up. It'll grieve me. It'll hurt me. And we all should be the same way. Just let everybody know there's no need for it. No need for it. This goes back to the division. Goes back to the division part. Divided we fall. And the way it's going, we're falling. Because we're letting it go on. I hope that everybody's clear that I'm for freedom for everybody on this channel. Everybody. As long as you keep it legal. And don't push it on my children or me. Everybody can do in their home what they want to do. That's up to them as an individual. They have to deal with it. They had to deal with it here, and they had to deal with it with the Lord. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Yeah, everybody, please sub if you're not subbed. Share it to people that's not subbed. You hear somebody, you're talking with somebody and they haven't subbed, or put it on your channel or what have you. And everybody drop their links on my channel. More than welcome to it. '85, 10 a.m. It's probably that too. I haven't been out. And I set everything up this morning for this broadcast. And I watched Aruba, and I watched Red. And then I watched Big D, and I watched We the People, and I watched Double D. She wanted me to come on the panel, but I was setting everything up for this. And all prepared. All prepared, and then boom. And my phone went, my other phone. So kind of had me handicapped. A couple other things that I had set up today, I accidentally exited out and lost it. So hang on a second. You should be a mod for showing your stuff, Annie. Yeah. Oh, okay, you got it. I can't see the link on screen there. I had to go on my regular tablet to see it. She blamed you for, yeah. She blamed you for going live. Yeah, I know. Double D is she's unique. Love her to death. Her and Uncle Deuce, they're great people. Great people. We had to get her in some kind of sync so we know when she's coming on instead of because YouTube does not give a good notification at all. You're lucky if you get an email, and you're lucky if their notifications turns red. But I haven't got any sound or anything from my YouTube to tell me when people are on. A lot of it's by just watching and pure accident. Pure accident. It's pathetic that we can't get a particular time, or get an advance notice. That's why I like StreamYard, because StreamYard, when I set it up, it immediately goes to YouTube, and it puts it up there that it's upcoming. That's why I like it. But the others don't do that. Yep. She should come on whenever she wants. That's true. That's true. She is trying hard. Good patriot. Good soul. Love her to death. I love all you guys. All you guys. All you guys in here helping me, talking to me. A lot of help here. A lot of help here. I don't care whether I don't care whether I get a ton of subs or whatever. I'm just trying to get the word out. And I enjoy the conversation and the community that's surrounding around us. Wonderful people. Wonderful people. And everybody I've so far personally are true to form. Are true to form. It's not double-sided. Not putting on an act. Genuine about what they're doing. Genuine. And that's what I love. The ones that are genuine. They'll do anything to help the cause. And that's what we need more of. More people like yourselves here. More people that can spread the word. Get it out there. And change this garbage that's going on. But now, we don't just have the government, we have people trying to tear us down to make it worse. The devil comes from us from all sides. All sides. And that's why we had to put on that full armor. Because any way, in every way you can, to do it. I mean, pure and simple. And it's orchestrated by a devil type form, supreme, what have you. I wouldn't call him well, he thought he was like God, so he still thinks he's like God. And he's trying to win that place. So we know we're going to be victorious in the end. But now, we have to fight strong against him. Put on that full armor. No matter how he comes after us, we have to pray and stay strong. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. And hope it doesn't fall on deaf ears. And hope the word gets out. We need a lot of people to get that job done. We need thousands of live streamers to catch everything that's going on. Well, I got a lot of subscriptions. I gotta have to cancel GoTo Chaplain. That's, oh boy, that'd be a job in itself. But yeah, that's probably true. Probably true. But it's a shame that you have to do things like that. Yeah, we have a lot of good channels. A lot of good channels. We the People, Big Rigs live streaming, and we have people that's not really in our circle, but they're true patriots too, like Ernie and like Bobby, the Ride Along Gang, and others that's out there. A lot of people we shun that we shouldn't, that are trying, that might have made a misslip on a sentence or two. A lot of things going on that we need to correct. We need to look at and bring ourselves around and change things. Otherwise, we'll lose. We will lose. We can't keep chasing people off because of maybe a little difference in opinion. My goodness, we can't all have the same opinion, that's for sure. I mean, that would never work. If we had all the same opinion, it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter at all. We wouldn't need, we wouldn't need anything. But that's an impossibility. That's an impossibility. We can't all be alike. We can't all be equal. And we can't all say it right. I probably make a ton of mistakes. And hopefully I don't say the wrong thing. But it's a possibility because, things slip. Or you may say it in a way that can get twisted. You got to watch what you say. And it's hard to watch what you say. Because a lot of times you're not on top of your game. And you can slip big time. But, it goes back to, you don't have to believe me. Do your research and come to your own conclusions. We're our own individuals. I know that a lot of people don't think like me. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Now, there's things that I think that I couldn't even say in a million years. But I'd be perfect in saying it. I'd be perfect in saying it. But we just can't say it. Because it'll get us taken down for sure. I would love to say what I actually think. And my brain's going coming through there, it's like, nope, you can't do that. Dummy, you can't do that. So hopefully, I keep it squared away. Keep it squared away. It just, and that's what we all have to do. That's what we all have to do. So I'm going to get off here. I don't know whether Big D's still on or not. But today, that's probably more important than this. Probably a lot more important to get the support. Glory B's on there. Now apparently he's leaving. No, it's over. He's over. Folks, let's get this job done. Let's come together and let's get this done. Get out there, wave our flags, talk to our officials. I know it's hard. A lot of us don't have a lot of time to be on the phone calling officials and talking to them and telling them differences. But there are ones of you that do have the time to do it and probably like to do it. Some people don't like talking on the phone. Some people don't like live streaming. It scares me to death. And I could think 100,000 things. When I get on the live stream, I go, but it happens. It happens, and we have to keep doing it. I'm not saying that everybody should be a live stream. I'm just saying things come up. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. But say something to your friends, to your neighbors. You don't know your neighbors. Get to know your neighbors. Bye, Italian. Enjoyed having you with us. You have a great afternoon. Come together. Come together. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. You might think it's a little thing that you can do or insignificant. Everything helps. Everything counts. It's just like the little things they're trying to do to tear us down. It all adds up. It goes both ways. It may look simple, it may look simple. But whatever they try to do, no matter how small or insignificant, it hurts. And whatever little you can do to help will help. It goes both ways. So when you're out there doing things, think about it. Try not to step on other people's toes. Try not to get them agitated, upset. Even if you have to handle them with kid gloves. Keep the conflict down. Keep it down. Don't say things to agitate and make it worse. Just let it go. Let it go. If you can't let it go, go to them personally if you know them personally. But don't bring it out in the public, into the whole group, and try to spoil the whole thing. That's all I ask. Don't do it. Unless you want to tear us down. And then stay away. You stay away as much as you need to be here. And why be with something you don't like or don't care for? It's stupid. It's stupid the stuff we go through. That's right, Annie. We kind of forget God. We forget our prayers. We forget who we should look up to first. You pray first, then bring it to the politicians. You gotta help. And God will probably talk to them. God will talk to them. He'll show them. Most definitely, He will show them. But we have to make that first step to God, to the Lord. And we seem to forget that. We get things backwards, mixed up. But that's what we need to be talking about. That's what we need to be letting everybody know. We can't do it ourselves. And it's going to take the Lord Almighty to help us do this. Who knows what we're going to come up against? Who knows what we're going to face? Who knows what we'll have to do? We don't know. But the main thing is people do not like change. Whether it's for the good or whether it's for the bad. People do not like change. Because it disrupts their status quo. It disrupts their rhythm. That's why every time something changes, everybody's like, you hear both sides. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's bad. You have to decide on yourself, whether it's good or bad, and listen. You get the details and make sure it's good. That is a big problem with why we are the way we are here in the United States with our government. Because they put things in other bills to hide it. So we don't actually know what's going on. We need people to watch what they're putting in the bills, what they call pork, to fill up the bill, to make it so many pages or whatever they have some kind of system that's not normal to everyday life as far as putting these bills together and how they stack them together and how they push them together to get to a certain percentage of people that will vote for it. You give this to Senator so-and-so, give this to Representative so-and-so, and this to, who knows, everybody. Get their little piece in there, piece of the pie. There's a lot of things we need to look into, a lot of things we need to change. It's just pathetic how we've been bamboozled and snookered to be the way we are today. There's a lot of intelligent people that snuck by. Majority of us. It snuck by. They just plain razzle-dazzled us. But we sit back and let it happen. Okay. That's enough, Vimp. Quit pushing insults. I mean, we just went through that. I can bump you too. I'd rather not. But we're peaceful and friendly here. To a point. To a point. I don't want to change myself. There is nothing wrong with my wanting freedom and my freedom to love the Lord. I'm not pushing anything on you. You can live in slavery. You can live for the devil for all I care. That's your choice. And that's what I'm here for. To get your choice, the freedom to do that. So come on with this stuff. Come on here and debate me. I mean, I'm not worried. Yep, that's true. Annie. I'm going to tell you people that want to disrupt me and want to throw slurs. I'm a nice guy, but I only take it so long, and I will let these people boot you out. We'll let them boot you out. You have the right to come here and give your opinion. If you want to give your opinion, come on in with me. Give your opinion. But, you know, that's your right. And I'm for that right. But don't give me a hard time about it. And, you know, talk about change. I dislike change as much as the next person. Doesn't mean that I'm not for something, or that doesn't mean that I'm against something. Either way, I give you the opportunity. I give you the opportunity to express your opinions. I'm not telling you wrong or right. I'm just my opinions. I'm not forcing you to drink the water, period. Carol is one of the best. She is one of the best. And that's why I depend on them. They know probably have figured about how far I'll go. But we've already had one gone today. I don't want to make it another. So you were warned. Yep, that's true, Casey. Don't have to show your face. You come on here and talk. But you know, people don't. Well, how can I say? How can I say it? I don't want to be rude, but people just won't put their money where their mouth is. I think that's a great way to say it. They don't want to put their money where their mouth is. And that's sad. That's sad where you can't back up what you're spewing. And I pray to help people like that. Can't back up what they're saying. I mean, I don't pretend to be right. I don't pretend to be right on everything. I could be a lot wrong on a lot of things, but at least I'll stand by it, and I won't call people names because they think different than me. I mean, it's just not right. It's just not right at all. And that's what we need to correct. That's why we're in the problem we're in, because people just think they're smarter than the next. But you know, there's always somebody smarter. There's somebody that knows more. And you can't know it all. You can't know everything. I mean, the mystery of life is the mystery of life for a reason. Nobody knows all the answers. Nobody. But one person. And that's God up above. And if you don't believe in God or don't believe in a supreme being, then, you know, you're lost, because you'll never understand. The miracles of this world cannot be explained by a bang or evolution. cannot be explained. I mean, it's even be tougher to explain than the Almighty God. I mean, I think that would be a bigger fantasy, a bigger theory to try to explain. Because how do you get everything in sync? How do you get the planets to rotate around each other? How can you get time? How can you get day and night? How can you get the way the tidal current goes? All the little things that make it go in sync. It's amazing. It's a miracle. And it just didn't come from a big bang. Crawl up from a waterbed or something. How'd the waterbed get there? If they think about what they're saying, they got to know how ludicrous this thing. I mean, these are well-educated people. I'm not taking their brilliance away from them, because most of them are educated. Yeah. I mean, they talk about true science, but yet they make all this scientific stuff, these scientific statements that are malarkey. And they want to believe that there's more than a man and a woman, which is pure science, biology. You can't make a pig into a dog or a cat into a rattlesnake. But that's what they want us to believe. And if we say something against what they're trying to push on us, and we don't believe in science. I mean, I don't know how science could change as much as it has since I was a kid, as it has last 20 years. And now they're trying to tell us we can be all kinds of genders. Men can have babies, and they don't know what a woman is. And well, where is their science? Where is their science if they can't get it together and figure it out? I mean, they're as different as night and day, or haven't you noticed? Has these people not noticed that there's a difference? And it doesn't change from pronoun to pronoun. It's still two things. Plain and simple. Hey, Slim, good to have you here. I wish you'd have got to talk on double D's. I wanted to go on, but I knew if I got on, I wouldn't get my broadcast started. I didn't get it started on time anyway, because I was delaying and watching and stuff. It's good to have you here. Good to have you here. I tell you, the things that they're trying to push on us is what we're pushing back on. Because you talk about misinformation. Oh, my head hurts. The misinformation that they give us. The misinformation they give us is pathetic. I mean, do they actually believe the garbage that they're trying to put on us? Do they actually? Well, yeah, some of them do. That's the problem. Have we gone that far overboard? I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. I am just overwhelmed by the way they think. And then, it feels good, do it, that attitude. Who knows what they're going to be trying next? Who knows and don't they know that once they think they got accomplished what they think going to be accomplished, that the evil side, this is good and evil now, the evil side will turn against them. Because they can't leave it status quo. They got to keep stirring the pot. You got to turn somebody against them to keep it going. It goes back and forth. Look at that. In the near future, I'm going to talk about history and how history has been formed by stuff like that. It's like our Civil War. And they're trying to do away with history. But our Civil War was sad. It was fought brother against brother, family against family, Americans against Americans. And who took the first shot? Why did it have to come to that? And then they want to take down Confederate statues because they lost the war. But there's people that was their relatives in the same country. They're relatives, they're people, they're heroes. It doesn't matter who won or they were all important. All important. The leaders on both sides were important. Because whether we like it or not, they were all U.S. citizens. And do you think it would be good if we come to that point? If we come to that point again? If we haven't learned our lessons by what happened today? The thousands in one battle that they had to put in mass graves. And there wasn't enough room to bury them. Our people, not another country, not nobody trying to attack us. It was our own people against each other. I don't think we understand the gravity of what happened during those times. Oh, Jim Crow, come on, Jim Crow. That was a Democratic bill, a demon bill. Hurt the black folks. You're going a little bit. You better read your history more, because this CRT crap is going to your brain and rusting it. And I'm going to get away with this biscuit. You're a troublemaker. You don't even come up with good ideas, because you know those statues weren't for Jim Crow. These people were U.S. citizens, relatives against relatives. I'm talking about the pure bitterness of it all. Are you just trying to cause an argument? Or do you think you really think that way? If you think that way, I pity you. And everybody in this group pities you. Everybody, do you pity him? You pity him for thinking these stupid things? He knows it's not true. He knows it's not true. Anybody that studied this stuff knows it's not true. But they were heroes on both sides. Heroes on both sides. And as far as research, I was a history major. So don't even go there. And it's just like the science that y'all are trying to feed us. Your history is just as bad. So as far as research, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he sure did, Lynn and Carol. And I don't blame you if you throw him out, because he is throwing nothing but stirring the pot. He's a demon himself. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Kick him. Boot him. I don't need him. We don't need him. And he can go out and tell everybody. No, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. You are trying your darndest to get this conversation going the wrong way. So, who do you think these Confederate generals were? You think they were just all Jim Crow? Or were they Brer Rabbit? Come on. You can't even say what you want to say now. I mean, we can't even say what really true. You got to bring everything into it. Racism. That's what I was talking about earlier with the isms. Race is not wrong. Race is something we should never fight. But when you add an ism to it, you make it impossible. You make it impossible. You just go down that rabbit hole and try to slur everything. And that's the problem with isms. You get people like you who keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. The world was trying to do their darndest to help out people, no matter what color, what race, from being slaves. There were just as many Irish were slaves, just as much people from other countries were slaves as the black slaves. But you don't hear nothing about that. You don't hear anything about that. And that, that's why we're fighting this. We don't want this garbage pushed on us anymore. That's right, Carol. We're all God's children. We are all God's children. Whether you believe in him or not, we are all God's children. And there's enough evidence to prove that he's there. And you can keep on and on and on about that. But we all believe in God here, except for you, apparently. Okay, you hear stories of horror, but you hear stories of good. Right here in Orlando, Florida, there was a place the other side of Orlando that people, up until they took it out and put in new homes, the farm, where people still lived on the farm because they were so well treated. It's well known that in the South they treated everybody and actually made them servants and not slaves. Made their mistresses and helped them out. It was in the North where they were mistreated. They were hunted down like dogs, and that was a minority of them. Even in the South, if you read your history and look at the pictures that they have, there were probably as many black soldiers for the South as there were white. if you really look at it, there was more. And there was a lot of black heroes, but the left would not let them become black heroes. They started the KKK. And you can't say that the Democrats didn't start the KKK because they tried to keep them from voting and everything else. And it was all Democrats. Conservatives don't do that, never have done that. Even Martin Luther King said that. But you want to tell the lie, keep telling the lie. And then they swap. No, they didn't swap. They didn't swap. They just turned the KKK into the BLM. They used reverse psychology. Reverse psychology. It's still under the same hands. They twisted it. They didn't change it. They twisted it. And this can be verified through history. Whether you think so or not, that's why they're trying to do away with the history books. Because they don't want us to know that. They don't want us to know that the Democrats and the left-hand side did all this stuff, all this torment and all this torture and all this vote stopping. And then try to blame the Black Panthers and on and on and on. They got to have a scapegoat. If you want to be that scapegoat, go ahead. But history, time and time again, will tell you it was the left side doing all this. And Jim Crow is a good name to throw around because it sounds like a crow. He must be. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow. Can't think past the name. I bet you don't even know what it was about. But I'm not gonna use my time to tell you. But people, this is what we're up against. This is what we had to safeguard against. Not our own. I mean, it's bad enough with our own, but deviants that come in and try to disrupt. This is what we're trying to stop. These people that don't want us to get along, that don't want their freedom. They'd rather be enslaved by an idea that things were bad and oh my goodness, we can't correct it. We cannot be forgiven for it. Well, you can forgive. You might not forget because that's what history's for. So you won't forget. There's been so many mistakes that has happened since the beginning of time. And everybody wants to shake their finger and say, oh, we caught you. We caught you. It's a gotcha moment. We got you. Nope. Sorry. I think joke's on you. You can think whatever you want to think. It's like I said before, just don't push it on me. And don't try to feed my kids that. Because it's wrong. CRT. CRT. They're trying to keep racism in the forefront to keep us divided. And there's no sense in it. No sense in it at all. And I feel like I'm going in circles. I feel like I'm going in circles. Yeah, we got another one too. I guess there was a lot of mistresses, weren't there? Hey, Cindy, how you doing? How you doing? Well, guys, it's been fun. Not real fun, but I hope you get the point. There's always that one or two that think they know better than the majority. And they can't prove it. All they can do is throw around names. They can't prove it. We have history on our side and can prove it. Yeah, yep, that's true, Casey. But anyway, this is what we have to put up with. This is what we have to live with. This is what we have to deal with. And you and I got frustrated, so I can't be frustrated. But I know that we're not wrong. We're not wrong. And we can't let them change our history book, because all they want to do is point out the good things, not point out the bad. I mean, they want to point out the bad things, but not the good. And let me tell you, there was, according to history, according to stories, and according to all the books written out there was probably more good done than there was bad during those periods. And they used race as a means to start the Civil War. But this is for another day. This is for another day. I shouldn't have said anything about it because I'm gonna bring all this up. But I think I'll go to another platform before I do it, and do it on one platform. Keep people like that out. They think they know better, or they don't know. They either they know it's true and they're trying to razz everybody up, or they really don't believe history. One of the three. But everybody pray for me. Help me keep my cool. And help me get by. And let's get this movement going. Let's change history. Change history so to be the truth. And let's get her going. Let's do it for God and country. Mainly God. We are the caretakers. We are the caretakers. We need to take care of it. We need to get our job done. And we need to do it right. We need to do it right. I mean, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. And we're on a long road to hoe. A long road. Let's stick together. Hang together united. And let's get her done. We forget about these naysayers. I should have kept my own philosophy and kept it to myself and not get sidetracked. Keep my nose to the wheel. Keep my nose to the wheel, and I apologize. I apologize. But we can't let these people affect us. We can't let them try to change our mind. Now, if we were wrong, it would be a different story, but history has proved it over and over that we're not wrong. We're not wrong at all. People try and tell us we are. And they only point out the bad things, not the good. And what a shame. What a shame that we haven't done anything good in this country at all, according to them. But we all know better. Most precious place to live in the whole world. People died to get here. If you watch Saturday in Texas, if you watch the video, people are dying today, every day, to get to the promised land. That's what we should concern ourselves with, not these people that talk about Jim Crow and Civil War atrocities. Very few happened. Oh yeah, there was need because there was torture. When they escaped up north, they had to get from the Mason-Dixon line and hide to Ohio so they wouldn't be killed to go to the Underground Railroad. But the ones in the far south, most of them were soldiers for the South, for their way of life. And it's been proven, it's been written about, it's been verified. People are so blind they can't see it. And don't believe me, if you don't believe me, I don't care. You can go research it yourself. It don't matter. That's the way we were. And they're just trying to tear everything down, to bring it down to their level. Well, anyway, wish I had a better note to sign off. But I'm glad we had this discussion. I did not time you out, and if you said it where the mods thought you said something that wasn't right, then must have been pretty good. But anyway, folks, forget the naysayers, forget the instigators, and let's get this done. So till the next time, God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless you. I love each and every one of you. Even you, Midwest, and even you, Blimp. I do care for all of you, and I care for all of your freedoms. So until the next time, see you later. Y'all have a great day. A great day in the Lord.